Welcome to another Slider Games Warhammer 40,000 Battle Report. We are here on an unnamed planet, or a planet that's name was lost to time as the Imperium forgot it existed. And on this planet are the Orks. And my Space Marine chapter, the Star Stalkers, are here in the Segmentum Pacificus to dispatch this Ork horde that's been gathering some nice shiny gubbins here in the center of the battlefield. Today we are playing a 1250 point battle report. It is Tempest of War. We have the following scenario unfolding. Vital ground. There are 5 objectives on the battlefield. One here by these crates right in the middle of the battlefield, another by those armor, ammo crates, and another one over here by this pipe. If you control the objective in your territory, in your deployment zone, you get 3 points. If you control 1 or more objectives in no man's land, you get 4 points. And if you control your opponent's objective in their deployment zone, you get 5 points for that. You also do get a point for every unit you destroy in a turn, up to a max of 3. And then for our deployment zone, we have this interesting spearhead assault. So there's a 9-inch radius dead zone there around that center objective, and then these triangular deployment zones. And then finally, we've got some Vox static. So there's some interference here in the atmosphere, and all of our command point reroll stratagems cost 2 CP. So that will be interesting. The Star Stalkers have been recalled back to the Segmentum Pacificus, where they are from, to aid the rest of their chapter in some mysterious battle. And they've just stopped here, discovering this Ork horde, ready to wipe it out, and in control of the Orks. Jerry, how you doing?
Fabulous.
Excellent, excellent. How are the Orks feeling today?
Very nom.
They want to chomp.
There will be war.
Yes. They seek to destroy the beakies and keep their hoard of fancy shiny stuff that they've been scavenging for who knows how long on this wasteland.
As long as necessary.
Exactly. Let's take a look at the armies. This is 1250 points exactly of the Star Stalkers. I am an Iron Hand successor. We've got Master Artisans, which lets us reroll an attack, and Bolter Fusillade, which lets us reroll 1s to hit with bolter weapons. Those are our 2 traits. We have 2 detachments today, actually. The first detachment, a battalion, headed by our warlord today, Captain Garrant, here with his Combi Melta and Power Maul. He has the Armor Indomitus, and All Flesh as Weakness gives him a 5-up Feel No Pain. Then we've got our Tech Marine Gamian over here. He basically has the simple loadout, a servo arm, bolter, and omniscient power axe. Behind them we have 3 squads of 5 tactical marines, flamer combi flamer, heavy bolter in this squad, and then standard squad there in the back. All the sergeants do have chain swords. Behind them we've got a bike squad with an attack bike. The attack bike has a heavy bolter, and then just chain swords on the other 3 bikers. And our venerable dreadnought honored brother Drod in there with he is a venerable, like I said, las cannon missile launcher, ready to shoot some stuff from range, probably hanging out with Gamian. And then over here in our betrothed detachment, we've got a new character to the channel, Captain Ralg, and his Terminator armor. I spent a command point to give him the Imperium sword. He also has a Storm Bolter. He's leading some other Terminators with chain fists, power sword on the sergeant, and then a Cyclone missile launcher rack on one guy in the back. And they are accompanied by a 5-man squad of tactical marines with power fist on the sergeant. They also have a rhino with them. So with the extra detachment to get our second commander and our extra relic, we're down to 9 command points to start. But that is the Star Stalkers. Let's take a look at the Orks. This is 1250 points exactly of Orks. What do we got, Jerry?
So we have an Evil Sons detachment of Beast Boys and Beastlings and Squigs. Evil Sons, of course, gives us 1 additional inch for movement, 1 additional inch for advancing, and we ignore penalties for firing assault weapons whenever we advance. So we have my big boss on Squigosaur. So his name is Red Gob, and alongside him we have 2 knobs. On Smash a Squigs we have Head Basha and Gate Crasha, and behind them we have the boys on their Squigs, and that is a one squad of 6. Up front, we have the 2 kill rigs. So the kill rigs, there's a red one, yellow one. They're basically configured the same, except the yellow one does have the squig hide tires, which will add an additional 1 to the movement. So that one is going to add 2 for move and 2 for advance.
Nice.
I'm sorry, it'll add 3 to advance because it adds 2 for advancing, 1 for regular movement.
Cool.
And in the back, we have 3 squads of Beast Boys. They do have a thump gun with them. Other than that, we're pretty much straight out of the Codex.
Awesome.
Oh, and the War Boss does have his added thump gun, and his he has the Beast Hide mantle as his gubbins, and for his Beast Boss, War Boss trait, he has the Beast Gob, which will give him an aura for all of the squig units on their bite attacks.
Oh, nice.
So everything that's near him in when a bite attack occurs will get a little bit of bonus.
Excellent. We want to stay away from the teeth.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's what we have.
Awesome. Sounds cool. They look amazing. I love it. Let's take a look at deployment. Deployment has concluded. Star Stalkers are over here. On my left flank, I've got the attack bike squad, the flamer combi flamer squad. Both of these guys are right up against the deployment line, so they can move forward and counter anything that might come up on this flank. Back here in the center is kind of my castle, I suppose. There's the heavy bolter squad with Captain Garrant and Tech Marine Gamian. And then we also have Honored Brother Drod here with some pretty good firing lines down the center of the battlefield. It's some big stuff. Rhino's sitting back here. He can go either way. I was thinking about putting him way out here on the side, but I didn't like his chances against all those squig riders. So he's back here in a little more conservative deployment. And then up on top we have another squad of Marines. This is just the basic squad, so no special weapons or heavies in there. And then I do have the Power Fist squad of Marines in the Rhino. And finally the Captain Ralg and Terminator armor, and the Terminators are in Deep Strike Reserve. What's going on over here with the Orks?
Okay, so I have Head Basha and the Squig Hog Riders over here on this edge of the table. Mm-hmm. There is a objective that's hidden in there. I do have both kill rigs in the middle, mainly because it seemed like I had the best opportunities for movement for there. My Warlord is also in the middle. He's also sitting on one of the objectives. Mm-hmm. Gate Crasher is on this side. This side's actually kind of light. And I have 1 unit of Beast Boys on the ground over here. There is an objective in the middle of the board.
Yep. Inside
each of the kill rig is a 10-man or a 10-orc Beast Boy unit. So we'll see when they get deployed.
Yeah. Looks good. Very exciting stuff. Yeah, the Orks don't want to give up all the shiny gubbins they've been hoarding here in this lot they've created, but the Space Marines mean to eradicate them. But we need to find out who's going first. This is matched play, officially, with Tempest of War, so whoever wins the roll-off does go first. If you are ready, sir, to roll, I will let you roll first as the guest.
That is a 4.
That is a 4. That's a solid effort. That is a mystery die.
It's a 5.
It is a 5 under the barrel, so it is the Star Stalkers first. Let's go to Space Marines, turn 1. The objectives for the Star Stalkers. We have overwhelming firepower. Destroy 3 units with shooting. That could happen, but probably not the first turn. Extend battle lines. I need to get an objective in no man's land. I think I can do that with my bikes. And finally, storm hostile objective. Take an objective controlled by my opponent. That will not happen on turn 1. Movement has concluded for the Star Stalkers over here on the left flank. The bikes did move up, and 1 bike is just within 3 inches, so I will score points for one of my objectives, getting that objective in no man's land. The Flamer squad moved up inside the ruins over here. The Flamers are still out of range, but we can get some shots down into those boys, hopefully. In the center, we had our heavy bolter squad move up onto the objective. The Rhino advanced backward to assist here in the center and get a little bit more mobility in the middle of the field. He was still a bit skeptical of taking on all those squig riders by himself. Gamian and Garrant followed the tactical squad and honored brother Drod here into the center. I will go ahead and mention now, I did spend a command point on Mercy as weakness on Drod, so if he wounds with a 6, it counts as 2 wounds, and he's going to be firing in to that kill rig right there. And then finally, the tactical marines on the roof did shift a little bit over into this corner, but other than that, that is all the movement. Let's go on to shooting phase. Like I mentioned, honored brother Drod is firing down here into the kill rig. We'll start off with his las cannon. Hitting on 2s, he does get to reroll 1s because it is the Devastator Doctrine. And they both hit. And these are strength 9 versus T8, so 3s to wound. That is 1 wound, but it's a 6, so that counts as 2. So 2 wounds at AP minus 4. So your invulnerable save.
Yep. So invuln for that unit is 6 up. We'll see what happens. No 6s.
So no 6s. So 2d6 for 7 wounds. That's statistically average. And then we have our missile launcher going in. This will hit on 2s. It's a 1, but I get to reroll for Devastator Doctrine. And I rolled another 1. Okay, so that is it for Drod. We've done 7 wounds to the kill rig. After Drod fired in, the tactical squad with the heavy bolter fired in. The heavy bolter did get 2 wounds through and took another 2 damage off because of Ramshackle. Reduced the damage on that. But it is bracketed now. These guys also fired in and did nothing, but swinging over. The bike squad is firing everything into these guys down here. We'll start with the heavy bolter, hitting on 3s. I will spend my Master Artisan reroll. They all hit, and these will wound on 4, strength 5, toughness 5. So that is 2 wounds at AP minus 2.
So 6 up invulnerable. Nothing.
So that will take out 2 of the boys. And then I've got 16 regular bolter shots coming in. Let's see what I got. After rerolls with bolter discipline, that was 14 hits. Let's see some wounds. 7 wounds got through.
1 save.
1 save, so 6 more go. After that volley of fire, there are 2 left. We've got 4 guys in here that can shoot. Hitting on 3s. They all hit with 3s. Wounding on 5s, though. 1 wound, no AP.
No save.
Okay, does take 1 out. The boss is all that remains. And that is all of the shooting for the Space Marines. There will be no charges made. Let's go on to Orks, turn 1. The Orks want to hold no man's land. Attempting target, I had to choose an objective, and then if the boys get it, they score 5 points. I chose the one that I have 1 biker on. Capture enemy outpost similar to mine, taking the objective in my deployment zone for the boys. And then finally, secure no man's land, hold 2 objectives in no man's land. They've got a good chance at both attempting target and secure no man's land. Let's take a look at movement. We are here at the conclusion of the movement phase for the Orks. I will note a couple things. The Orcs spent 2 command points to keep that lone boy alive over there to pass his morale check. So he did not flee in morale. He is still able to fight. And I did score, the Space Marines did score 5 points for extend battle lines. So it is 5 points to 0 at the start of the Orcs' turn. For movement, what was this one's name again?
That is
Headbasha.
Headbasha. Gate Crasher.
Yes, Headbasha ran up here. He's on an objective.
The Squighawk boys are on the home objective.
Yeah, filling in the back.
Waiting for those Terminators.
Yes,
to
exactly.
drop in.
There are Terminators approaching, so moving back as your boss and the wounded kill rig move straight up the gut towards the Star Stalkers' home objective. And finally, over here, the other kill rig got a huge advance roll, ran all the way up to just outside an inch of the bikes. Same with Gate Crasher. They're over here. And then hiding within the building is Locktar, the boss of that squad. So he can fill in onto that objective because I don't think the bikes are going to survive what's approaching them. So they're in a lot of trouble. So strong flank over here for the Orks. Strong middle for the Orks. It's not looking great for the Star Stalkers right now. Let's move on to the Psychic phase. Over here, this kill rig, the Psyker who's tethered up top there, smiting the bike squad. Need a 5. That is a 7, so that goes off. I do have a stratagem I could use to try to block that, but I'm going to let it go because I don't think it's going to save the bikes if I deny this anyway. So D3 mortal wounds for 1 mortal wound on the bikes. I'll probably put that on the attack bike. And then your other guy, do you know what you want to do with this?
Yeah, he is going to do the biting jaws.
Okay, so that you draw a straight line.
Straight line for 18 inches, and anything that it passes through.
Okay, so the only choice you would have to make is Dread or him, and then you could hit Marines.
I'm gonna go through the Marines, the Dread, and the Rhino.
Okay. That is a failed psychic phase or psychic power.
It is.
Do you want to spend 2 command points to reroll that?
I will.
All right, spending 2 with the Vox static. Command rerolls are a little bit more expensive. That is an 11, so that works.
Yeah, I don't think it does anything at a high roll. No, it doesn't. It doesn't get anything additional.
Nothing special.
So everything that it goes through takes 1 mortal wound.
1 mortal wound. Yeah. I am going to go ahead and spend my 1 command point stratagem to try to deny that. On a 4-up, I'll block this. I don't block it. Okay, so everybody takes a mortal wound in a line. Shooting phase. This kill rig, firing everything into the bikes.
We'll start off with the Heavy Lava. Heavy Lava's D6 shots.
5?
That's 5 shots.
That's good, that's good.
And, of course, my fantastic hit rolls here are 5 up. Ooh,
that was real good. 4 hits.
That's those slider dice.
Yeah,
Slider games
slider
dice.
games. There we go.
So, strength 6.
Toughness is 5, so 3 is to wound. So 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
AP?
AP minus 1.
Okay. With armor of contempt, though, that's 0 AP. So 3 up saves. Fail 1.
2 wounds get through.
2 wounds, all right. Down to 1 wound on the attack bike.
All right, next we are going to go with the Sticka cannon. So the big harpoon gun is a single shot. It's not rerollable because you are not a vehicle or a monster. So you're hitting on a 5. Negative.
Does not hit.
And lastly, the Whir Tower.
Oh,
so
yes. The psychic
this
energy.
is the psychic skull back here in the back. And I successfully manifested a psychic power. So this becomes assault D3 instead of a single shot.
Cool.
So let's see what happens.
So 1
Still
shot.
a single shot. That's the way it usually goes. But each time that an attack is made with this weapon, the attack automatically hits the target.
Sweet.
So that's an auto hit at strength 9, minus 3, so for you minus 2, and it will do d6 damage if it gets through.
Okay, so 2. No, there's toughness 5. So you need a 3 to wound him. And then kill him. Ooh, okay, they survive. He was too excited about all of the smiting he was doing, yeah, and missed with that one. Let's see what's next. A few things fired off camera. Gatecrasher fired his pistol and did not hurt the bikes. Over here, the boss, what's his name again? Red
Gob.
Red Gob, yeah. He fired into the tactical squad, no damage done. Now the kill rig, it fired one of its guns, the D6 shots into there, missed, and now it's big stuff going into Honored Brother Drod.
The Sticka cannon is a single shot at the Dread, but it is re-rollable.
Okay.
Because he's a vehicle.
Yes.
So that was a miss, and we're looking for 5. I'll re-roll that.
All right.
Okay. No.
So
denied.
Denied.
All right. So the Whir Tower at least is an auto hit.
Yes.
So it is going to be D3 shots because I got a successful psychic power off.
There you go. 3 auto hits.
3 auto hits on the Dread.
9.
Strength 9.
So 3's to wound.
And that is 2 wounds.
2 wounds. AP.
AP minus 3, so minus 2 for
2.
you. And if they get through, it's D6.
both of those fail. D6, 2d6. I'm going to command point reroll one of these, even though it's 2 command points. Okay, so pass 1.
All right.
So D6 damage.
2.
Reduced by 1. So 1 wound off the dreadnought.
Very good.
Is the end of the shooting phase. Part of the way through the charge phase, both of these units couldn't fail. They were just outside an inch. Gatecrasher does mortal wounds when he comes in. He actually did 3 mortal wounds, so the attack bike is gone, and that bike on the end is down to 1 wound. Moving over here, some charges have been declared. The kill rig is going into the tactical squad and the dreadnought. I have decided to pay a command point to fire Overwatch with Drawd. I will also note, before I forget, I did roll his 6-up Feel No Pains to the 2 wounds that, or the wounds that he has lost, and he did not save any of them. But we'll start with our, what am I talking about? Las cannon. There we go. Jeez, lost my mind for a second. So these are 6s to hit. That is 1 hit, and I can reroll 1 with Master Artisans, so I'll go ahead and do that.
That's 2 hits. This could be very decisive.
And these are 9, strength 9, toughness 8, so 3 is to wound. 2 wounds, AP minus, it's your invulnerable save, I guess.
Yeah, so 6
2
ups.
6 ups. This could be a good command point spent.
Neither.
So that's 2d6.
You have potentially enough to destroy it.
That is 6 wounds. How many does he have left?
7.
I'm going to spend 2 command points. No, this is still the charge phase. No, I didn't. I did not spend that in the charge phase. So I'm going to reroll this with 2 command points. And he does die. So 2 command points were spent on Kareen. So after the kill rig died, it drove forward up into the lines. 3 boys died whenever it exploded. It did not actually roll a 6 to explode, so just 3 guys died when it came out. And then finally, our boss, Red Gob, is charging the tactical marines. He needs, I think we said a 6 or 7.
7.
7, yeah. Let's roll this. Let's see what we can get.
It is rerollable with, here we go. And that's an 8.
That's an 8, so he is in to the tactical squad. Charge was made. We will note, he was also charging the captain. I don't know if I mentioned that, but he made it into both with the 8. He is splitting a few attacks, so he's got 4 swings going into the tactical marines, 4 swings into Captain Garrant, and then all of the bites from the squig into Garrant. I did activate my Armor Indomitus, so he will have a 3-up invulnerable save. But we're starting with our 4 swings into the tactical marines, hitting on 2s. They 1 miss.
3.
Wounding on 3s.
2 wounds.
AP
minus 2.
Minus 2. So minus 1 because of Armor of Contempt. So these are 4-ups. So 2, and it's 3 damage.
Let me confirm. 2 damage each.
2 damage. Okay, so 2 Space Marines are dead. Bleh. Bleh. All right, and then on to the boss. So on to Garrant. So
same thing. Hitting
4 swings.
2 misses. Those ones are on the dice, boys.
3s to wound again.
No wounds.
All right, it's up to the squig itself to bite Garrant's
3
head
bitey
off.
bites. Actually, I do have the Beast Gob aura.
Mm-hmm.
So that will give me... what does that give me? Each time model on that unit makes melee attack with Squig Hog Jaws, smash a Squig Jaws, or Squigosaur Jaws, add 1 to the damage. So those will be extra damage if they do get through.
Okay.
So they are hitting on 2s.
Another 1 in there. So 2 hits.
2 hits. Those are at strength 7.
So 3s to wound still. 1 wound.
1 wound. Boy, I'm just...
3-up armor save, or 3-up invulnerable, which I fail. And it does how much damage?
It will do 4. It's a base 3. 4. And then the Beast Aura gives me an extra 1, so it's 4.
Okay, so all flesh is weakness. I have 4 5-up Feel No Pains, which I make 2. So he takes 2 wounds after getting bitten by a giant squig. The bike squad did not survive the charging squigs and their riders. Moving over here, the tactical marines already swung back. No damage was done. Now Captain Garrant gets to swing with his power maul. He's got 5 attacks since he was charged, hitting on 2s. They all hit. And these are strength plus 3, so strength 7, toughness 7, 4s to wound. That is 4 wounds at AP -1. 4 5-ups to save. He fails 3. They're just 1 damage each. But you do have a feel no pain, right?
Yep.
3 5-up feel no pains. He blocks 1, so he takes 2 wounds as well. So each, the warlords clashing in battle do 2 damage back and forth. At the end of battle round 1, the orcs score 11 points. They get 10 for securing no man's land, holding this objective and this objective over here, and then 5 more points for holding the objective that I chose for them, which was this one, a tempting target. So that's 10 points, and then they killed the bikes, which gives them 1 point for killing a unit. And actually, the Space Marines also get a point for killing a unit because we killed the kill rig in Overwatch, so it makes it 11-6 at the end of battle round 1. Let's take a look at Space Marines' new objectives. Space Marines' new objectives. I did get 1 kill with overwhelming firepower in Overwatch, but now I need to secure no man's land. I need to take 2 objectives from the orcs in no man's land, and I need to capture the orcs' home base. Let's see what happens. Star Stalkers have finished moving. We went ahead and fell out of combat here with Red Gob, so Captain Garrant and the 3 tactical marines shifted up towards that objective. Drawd and Gamian fell back. I did heal D3 wounds, got all 3 wounds back on Drawd, so he's back at full health. The Power Fist squad jumped out of the Rhino and ran forward. The Rhino advanced this direction to hopefully come around eventually and get on this objective because the Terminators have dropped in and they're going to take that guy out. Tactical Marines on the top stayed still. Captain Ralg, the angry Terminator captain. He is in. He's 9 inches away from Red Gob. So if Red Gob survives and he's shooting, he will be charging. Then finally, the tactical squad, the Flamer squad that was in this ruin, they advanced out onto this objective. The idea is I need to get 2 objectives in no man's land, so I'm on this one. And if the Terminators make their charge, as long as 2 of them survive, even if he doesn't die, I will control that objective. So that's kind of the idea, but we're going to have a lot of firepower coming down into Red Gob. Drawd does have some angles over here too, so if we think we can take him out with other things, Drawd can fire down the field. But that's the play right now. We got to try to get 2 objectives in no man's land because we need to score points. Let's go on to shooting phase. We have completed a bit of shooting here so far. Gamian, this tactical squad, the Flamers from the squad that advanced, and Captain Ralg have all fired into the boys here. There are 4 left, one of them is on a wound. We are now shifting our fire over here to the Terminators, firing our missiles into this guy right here. They will hit on 4s because I moved technically. That is 1 hit. I'll spend my Master Artisans to reroll that. They both hit. Strength 8, so a 3 to wound. 2 wounds. AP is only -2 right now since we're in Tactical Doctrine.
So 6 up invul.
Swing around. 6 up invulnerable save.
Oh,
Make 1, you can reroll that. Yeah, it's cocked. So 1, so D6 damage for 6 damage on Head Smasher. So mistakes were made. That missile killed him, so I can't charge onto that objective anymore. In better news, the Stormbolters fired in and took out the last 3 boys there. There's just the boss left in that squad. But let's see where we want to shoot next. Tactical Marines up top did fire down into the boss and did no damage. He made a save, actually. Which brings us to our last thing to fire. Drawd is going to shoot in at Red Gob. A command point was spent on Tough as Squighide, so basically it's transhuman. I can only wound on a 4. We're starting with our las cannon. These will be 2s to hit. They both hit. And these will be 3s to wound. 1 wound. I'm not going to spend the command point. So 1 wound, AP -3, so you're invulnerable save. Yeah, reroll that. He made it. Okay, and then the missile. I've already spent my Master Artisans to reroll. So nothing. Ooh, not good. Shooting phase didn't end exactly like the Star Stalkers had hoped. But Ralg is an angry, angry man. He's going to charge Red Gob. I need a 9. That's an 11. He is extremely angry. So he is in. We're also going to go ahead and have Gamian charge in. He needs an 8. He did not make it. And we're going to have the Power Fist squad charge in. They need a 4. They got a 9. Okay, so we've got 2 charges made. No Overwatch was fired. Let's go on to the fight phase. We are in the fight phase. Everybody made it in. Tough decisions had to be made. So my Power Fist does 2 damage. My Burning Blade, I think I called it Imperium Sword before. He has the Burning Blade is what I meant to say. They both do 2 damage. Red Gob reduces damage by 1. So with Captain Ralg's 5 attacks on the charge, he could only do 5 damage. So he could not actually kill Red Gob. And the Orks have enough command points to interrupt. And if I attack with Ralg first, I'm not going to kill him. They'll interrupt and kill the Tactical Marines. So I'm electing to fight with the Tactical Marines first. I did spend a command point on Gorgon's Rage to give them +1 to hit. So our Power Fist will start off, he'll hit on 3s with the stratagem spent. I want to reroll that with Master Artisans. Okay, they all hit. Strength 8.
Wounding on 3s.
On a 3. They all wound. It'll be your invulnerable save for a Power
5
Fist.
up.
Saves 2, so you take 1 damage and you get a Feel No Pain.
Yep. So 5 or a 6.
He takes no wounds from the Power Fist. Not good for the Marines. The rest of the Tactical Marines swung in. No damage dealt from the Tactical Marines. So, Red Gob has elected to interrupt. He's facing off against Captain Ralg. Everything into Ralg.
So first off, the swing attacks. Hitting on 2s.
Nice,
One
only
miss.
1 miss this time.
Strength 7.
So 3s to wound. That's pretty good.
All
Okay,
wound.
all wound. That's 7 wounds. AP minus a bunch.
-2.
Oh, okay. Which is -1. So these are 3-up saves in Terminator armor. I fail 1. How much damage is it?
2.
2. And your big thing does more damage. So I'm going to save my command points. I'm going to take 2 damage. He's got 4 wounds left.
Okay, bite attacks. 3 hitting on 2s. All hit.
Nice.
Also, this is strength 6.
Yeah, so 3s still.
1 wound.
1 wound.
At minus... oh, sorry, that's the wrong guy. I'm looking at the wrong stat.
It is -3. So this 3 I rolled fails. So I got to spend my last 2 command points.
That does it.
Saved it. Alright, so no damage. Well, 2 wounds done to Ralg, but he is alive. He will strike back against Red Gob. On the charge, Ralg has 5 attacks with the Burning Blade. He will hit on 2s. They all hit. They will wound on 4s because it's strength 7, toughness 7. That's not good. I have no rerolls. So 1 wound at AP -5.
So 5.
So 5 up. Can we do any damage in combat?
Yes.
1 wound. Does he save it though? He gets
Feel no pain?
Feel No Pain.
No.
Okay.
That leaves him with 6 wounds remaining.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Orcs' new objectives have come in. They still want to capture the enemy outpost, and they want to investigate the center of the battlefield. They want to make sure the Speakies haven't taken any of their shiny gubbins out of their supply depot. And Battlefield Supremacy control 3 objectives. The Orcs have moved. This squad back here, they did shift up a little bit. They're still on the objective, but they can shoot into this tactical squad if need be, or charge if they get real crazy. The kill rig shifted up, definitely within charge range, after dumping out all of its boys on this objective. The lone boss from the original squad has shifted out to get onto that objective eventually as well. Red Gob is stuck in combat, but the boss from the squad that was with him has moved up also to put down a charge and some hurt on the tactical marines down at the home area. The Orcs do get 7 points for primaries. They had 3 for their home objective, plus 4 for holding 1 objective in No Man's Land. So with that 7 points, we'll go on to Orks Psychic phase. Psyker there is doing Bite and Jaws. The 18-inch line does draw through the tactical squad into Captain Ralg down here, who's got 4 wounds left. Need a 6 to manifest the power. That is a 9, so that works. So 1 mortal wound to each of those units. We've reached the conclusion of the Orc shooting phase. Basically everything over here fired into this tactical squad. They killed 2 Marines. Then a few pistols and stuff went back here. No damage was done. And that was the end of shooting. 2 tactical Marines died. We are now in the charge phase. This lone boss right here, he actually had a 1-inch charge. We already rolled it. He is into that tactical squad. I have no command points to Overwatch. So we've got a couple more charges. The kill rig can only fail on a Snake Eyes. So not double ones. It is not double ones, an 8-inch. That's pretty good. He can slide on up in there. And then we've got one in the back. Gate Crasher. I swing around. He's charging into the Dreadnought, needs a 9-inch. And that is a 9. He is in to the Dread. I'm going to heroically intervene with Gamian, actually. Alright, cool. We will slide him in and come back with some fighting. He made it in, so he gets to trigger his Smash a Ed ability. So he rolls 5d6 on 4 ups. Dreadnought will take a mortal wound. That is 3 mortal wounds. I do have 3 6-up Fiona Paints. That's very cocked. Okay, so he takes 3 damage, down to 6 wounds on the Dreadnought before combat initiates. We're part of the way through the fight phase. The kill rig killed the tactical squad over there. And then over here, the boss fought. He killed 1 tactical Marine. But we're coming down here to Gate Crasher. He's putting all his attacks into Gamian.
And that is 5 big chopper attacks. Hitting on 3s.
Ooh, 2 misses.
And that is strength 7.
So 3s to wound.
Oh,
3 wounds.
At -1, so no minus.
So
3.
2 up saves. Makes them all.
Save. Then the bite attacks.
Bites.
Hitting on 3s. 1 hit. And this is strength 6, so winning on 3s.
3 again. Does wound.
-1.
So 2 up again. He makes it a lot of 2s, but that's all it takes. Nice work, Gamian. And that is the end of the charging units, which means Captain Ralg's going to get another chance to stab Red Gob. Ralg is ready to stab Red Gob. He's got 4 attacks because he wasn't charged this turn. Hits on 2s. They all hit. Wounds on 4s. That is 3 wounds at AP -5, so 3 invulnerable saves.
3 invuln.
He makes
Save
1, and then 2 5-up Fiona Pains. And he gets them both. Red Gob, the unkillable terror of the Orks. Red Gob did his 8 base attacks into the tactical Marines, and with some excellent saving, only 1 died. But he's got 3 bite attacks going into Ralg, and if any of these go through, Ralg will be squig meat.
Okay, the Squigosaur Jaws hitting on 2s.
They all hit.
All hit. Wounding on 3s.
They all wound,
at -3, so -2.
which is a 4-up either way. I have no command points, so I need 4s to survive.
Yeah, they will do 3 wounds each.
Yes, for the Omnissiah. No, okay, we failed to. Captain Ralg, bitten by the giant squig, flashes in a teleport hummer and disappears from the battlefield. Tactical Marines fought back here against the boss, did no damage. Venerable Dreadnought Drawed fought. He did 2 wounds actually to Gate Smash, and now it's up to Gamian. He's going to swing with his servo arm, needs a 3 to hit. I'm going to re-roll that with Master Artisans. It does hit. It's strength 8, so a 3 to wound. It does wound, AP -2, I believe.
So that's going to put me at a 6 no matter what.
Yeah. And
No
it does
save.
3 damage. So he servo arms drills into the
Gatecrasher is no more.
and he collapses onto the field. Let's see if our tactical marines can do anything to the invincible Red Gob. At the end of battle round 2, it is 25 points for the Orks, 11 points for the Space Marines, 5 points for battlefield supremacy. With his consolidation, he got just within 3 inches of that, so they held 3 objectives: center, here, and their home objective. They also killed 2 units. They took out Captain Ralg and this tactical squad. The Space Marines, I did actually manage to score a point in his turn when I killed Gatecrasher over there. So again, it is 25 to 11. Let's see what the Star Stalkers can do to come back. The objectives have come down. We still have overwhelming firepower. We need to kill 1 more unit with shooting. We need to secure no man's land. Very difficult for me because I messed things up and shot off the head smasher. But we drew Investigate Site, which I have do an action wholly within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield. Not really an option for me, so I spent my 1 command point I just got to ditch it, and I pulled no prisoners. I need to destroy 30 wounds worth of models. The Rhino has advanced over from behind that ruin. Next turn, he should be able to get on this objective. The Terminators have shifted up to hopefully eventually do something, but they are very isolated at this point, unfortunately. The tactical marines that were up here have dropped down. They're just almost straight down from where they were. Everything that was in combat over here fell back. Captain Garrant stood his ground. He's got a Melta that's about to fire into Red Gob, and then the Tech Marine, Gamian, and Drod, the Dreadnought, have shifted over a little bit to get some better firing lines. And that's it. That is the footprint for the Space Marines. There's not a lot left for them. We need to score a lot of points. Most of our objectives this turn just involve killing stuff, so that's what we aim to do. Let's go on to shooting phase. Captain Garrant levels his Combi Melta at Red Gob, just firing the Melta part, hitting on a 2. It hits. Wounds on a 3. It does wound. Much AP, 5 up and vulnerable save.
5 up and vulnerable. Nope.
Fails. It does d6 plus 2 at this range for 8 wounds. D6 plus 2, but you reduce by 1, correct? Yeah. So 7 damage, but he's got 7 5-ups. He needs to make 4 5s, or it's the end finally. That is not enough. Red Gob finally succumbs to the heat of the Melta. After the fall of Red Gob, Terminators. Stormbolters are going to go into this lone guy down here. The missile launcher going into the kill rig. We're going to start there. They accidentally killed something last time. Let's see if they can accidentally do a bunch of damage. Hits on 4s because I moved. They both hit. Wounding, strength 8, toughness 8.
Yeah.
So 4s. They both wound. AP minus 2.
So 5 up.
Makes 1, so d6 damage for 6 more, and it is strength 8, so it doesn't get ramshackled. So 6 damage onto the kill rig. We'll do the Stormbolters off camera. The Terminators finished off the boss down there. I did also have Gamian. He fired into the kill rig. No damage done, but our last thing, Drod, is going to fire everything into the kill rig, starting with the las cannon. 2s to hit. They both hit. 3s to wound. They both wound. AP minus 3, so your invulnerable save. Fail, so 2d6 for 7 damage. I can't reroll that. I don't have any command points.
Leaves him with 3.
And then he's got his missile launcher. 2s to hit. It hits. 4s to wound. Does not wound. Okay, so the kill rig remains alive. That is the end of the shooting. That is pretty much the end of the turn here for the Space Marines. I did score overwhelming firepower, and I got some wounds off on my take no prisoners. So we're making some progress. However, our footprint is still very small. We're not holding many objectives. I did get 3 points for the primary. I'll get 1 point for killing Red Gob, 1 point for killing that guy right there. So I will get a total of 5 points for the primaries and 5 points for my secondaries before we go into Orks turn 3. The Orks are still trying to capture the enemy outpost and investigate the site in the center of the battlefield. The new objective area denial, they want to keep the Space Marines out of their gubbins. Movement phase has concluded for the Orks. They scored 7 points for primaries for holding their home objective and 1 or more in the center of the battlefield. The Squig Hog Riders actually moved up off their home objective. Doing some measuring, the Rhino is not a threat to reach that before Battle Round 5. The Kill Rig shifted forward a little bit, and then we've got a chain of boys here coming in. They are within 3 inches of this objective in the center. And then finally we do have our one lone boss hanging out back here. But that is their movement. Basically crush everything in the middle, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to do a Psychic Power. Firing, same one we've done before, straight line. It's going to hit Captain Garrant, the squad of 4 Tactical Marines, and Honored Brothered Drawd there in the back. Need a 6.
Yeah, Biting Jaws needs a 6.
That is a Perils of the
and
War.
I do not have anything to re-roll.
And that is 3 mortal wounds. It's got 3, oh, not 3 mortal wounds, D3 mortal wounds. But he's got 3 wounds left, so 5 or 6. He survives. Takes 1 damage, down to 2 wounds on the Kill Rig. Shooting phase has concluded. I will note, I don't think I mentioned it, the Hog guys, they had no real targets and some really long charges, so they are actually investigating the site here, so they'll get 5 points at the end of the Orc turn. But we are on to charge phase, so the Kill Rig is going into that tactical squad right in the front. Only needs a 4-inch charge to get in there. Just got it. Okay, he is
It's re-rollable though, so
yeah,
I can
re-rollable, just even better. Okay, perfect. Kill Rig is in. Let's see what happens. Orders have come down. Blood and Guts. Kill 3 units in combat. Going to be tough. Assassination. Kill a character. The Kill Rig is a character. If I kill it and 1 other model, I'll also get no prisoners. So we've got a chance for 10 here. Let's see what can happen for the Star Stalkers. Movement and shooting have concluded for the Star Stalkers. We did get 3 points for our primaries. Basically, everything in the army fired in here. We took out 2 of them and put 1 down to 1 wound. I did fire my pistols in to the Kill Rig. Didn't do anything. We are going to start off our charges with the Tactical Marines going in here to eat some Overwatch from missile squigs. Bomb squigs?
Bomb squigs.
Bomb squigs. Okay, I need a 4-inch charge. I'll go ahead and roll it just to see if I get in. That is a 7. Okay. So they're in, but how much damage will be done?
So on a 3 up, they will take mortal wounds.
Yep.
So they both of them go off and take mortal wounds.
So 2d3.
2d3
Mortal.
more. Yep, 2d3 mortal wounds. So
4. So 2 of them die to bomb squigs, and we'll fire some spears and stuff as well off camera. Tactical Marines are in. They took 1 wound in Overwatch. But now it's the Terminators. They need a 7-inch charge. And that is a 7-inch charge. They are in. Gamian is now going into the Kill Rig. He needs a 6. And no command points to reroll. That is in as well with a 10. That was a 6. Alright, so he's in. I'm not going to charge the Dreadnought. We're leaving it up to Gamian and the Terminators to kill some stuff in combat. Orcs only have 1 point, so they can't interrupt. So I'm going to start with Gamian down here. Starting with his servo arm, needs a 3 to hit. That hits. It's strength 8, toughness 8, 4 to wound. Doesn't wound. And I've got 4 attacks with his omniscient axe. Hits on 3s. Ooh, reroll 1 with Master Artisans. So that's 2. Needs 5s. No wounds. That is bad news for the Space Marines. Moving on to the next thing. After combat concluded, I spent a command point on Fury the First. The Terminators eliminated the Squig Hog Riders. And down here, it was the Power Fist Sergeant who actually killed the Kill Rig in combat. The Kill Rig took out the other Space Marine in the tactical squad and brought Captain Garrant down to 1 wound. But scoring both of those puts the Space Marines at 36 points at the end of turn 4. At the start of turn 4 for the boys, they have 43 points. Let's see what objectives they can pick. The Orcs are still trying to capture the enemy outpost, but it's not looking good for that right now. Overwhelming firepower, kill 3 units with shooting, going to be very difficult. And they also drew Bring It Down, which would be kill the Rhino, but it's hidden and can't be attacked. So pay to command point, extend battle lines, hold their own their home objective and any in no man's land. At the conclusion of the orc turn, there's one orc remaining after combat, and this will be the end for the orcs. The orcs were here, they were dominating the battlefield for an extended period of time, but the terminators finally came in and made their presence known, and we were able to push the boys back. They're not eradicated from this planet, but they have been pressed out of this area. But the reason the Star Stalkers have returned isn't for the orcs. Captain Ralg informs Captain Garrant that there's a chaos incursion throughout the Segmentum, and the Star Stalkers have been recalled to deal with that threat. Rumors of demon primarchs have been heard throughout the system. Another Tempest of War mission in the books, and again, I love Tempest of War. It's so much fun. I used to play an 8th edition Maelstrom of War all the time. It's very much like that, with the added primary mechanics of matched play for 9th edition. I think it's a really awesome combination because you always do have a chance to score something with the primaries. That was kind of a flaw with Maelstrom where you might just draw bad cards and you can't do anything. But with this, it still gives you an opportunity to score. Turned out to be a really close, great game. The Orks just ran out of steam a little bit at the end. How do you think it went? This is your first Tempest of War of 9th edition, is that accurate?
Yeah, I've played a lot of the other Maelstrom and similar types of events in the past. This went really smooth. Really made two bad tactical decisions at the beginning that I don't know if I'd do it any different had we played it again.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, dice rolls got me at the end. There were many ones on saves.
Yeah, at the end there, yeah. Some of the off-camera stuff, the dice turned tide a little bit. I think we were talking about the only thing different would have been maybe leaving some boys out to guard the home objective so you didn't have your squig-hod guys hanging in the back for so long, freeing them up to attack during the WOG in the first and second battle round. But yeah, I mean, it was still a great game. The Space Marines were reeling. Hanging in over here with my captain and my tech marine, that helped me a lot. The Terminators, even though I put them way out of position, when they came in, they definitely pulled their weight and took out the squig hogs. It was
the missile launcher on the Terminators was actually the hero of the Terminators.
Our Cyclone missile launcher guy, he's going to get a promotion. His shooting was incredible. Killed the head basher. Didn't even really want to kill him, but turned out okay. The Space Marines were able to triumph in the end, and now they get to face off against a growing chaos threat in the area. But we appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, check the little bell icon there to get alerts whenever I release new stuff. Every other Wednesday a video comes out for Slider Games. So again, thanks for watching and have fun.